So we stopped by the Warner booth here at E3 to get a closer look at one of the fresh announcements here at the show. Injustice, Gods Among Us, a DC fighter basically from the folks who did Mortal Kombat. And you have some experience with the DC universe previously. Yeah. Could you tell us a little bit about what's good about the DC universe in terms of making a fighting game?
We just like that their characters are so varied in their powers. You have somebody like Batman or somebody like Harley Quinn where they don't have a lot of superpowers, but then you have somebody like Superman where he's like the ultimate superhero. So that great like variance in powers lets us do a lot of creative things with the characters.
So was there anything about your game Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe that you sort of felt like there are unexplored avenues with these heroes that we could do to turn it into a purely DC game?
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure we wanted a different fighting experience from our past fighting games. And then we set out for this one, so when players pick it up, they'll have something like new to learn. So we wanted to make sure that players they're going to learn different parts of the environments, like either will help you or hurt you in a fight. So that'll lead to like the long-term game experience where players are going to have to sit there and like actually learn how to fight on specific backgrounds.
I thought it was interesting that not only are the sort of environments interactive, but depending on what character you are, you can do different things with the interactive objects.
Yeah, we want to make sure that every character can interact with every object in the world, but some of them will be able to use them more to their advantage than somebody else. So depending on who you're using, you'll want to hang out at different parts of the background or even go to different levels of their background.
Is that putting another layer of complexity to balancing the game, that you have to sort of make sure that it's balanced in all the maps or all the arenas?
Yeah, it adds another layer of balancing, but it also helps us in balancing where it'll help us even things out. Where somebody that's super powerful on one part of a level, he might have a weakness on somewhere else.
And that's also another thing that we should mention. There are different sort of layers to each of the maps. Each of the arenas have different sort of stages.
Yeah. We wanted to make sure that every background has at least 2 levels. Some will have 3, and possibly some will have even more.
So, for instance, a tactic for one character could be to prevent the guy from going to one part of the arena where he's very strong.
Yeah. So, like some levels, or like for example, Superman might be able to use multiple objects in the second part of the arena. So you're probably going to want to stay away from the transition zone, so he can't send you over there.
Put him in the place where there's kryptonite, right?
Yeah.
So, apart from that, another interesting thing about it is we saw just briefly like a clash sequence. What's that all about?
It's similar to how we've done combo breakers in the previous games, but we wanted to make sure that there was a way for the attacker to be able to counter the opponent's combo breaker. So it goes into this clash mode, and then once you're in there, you can bet some of your meter that you have left over against the other person's meter, so you can actually counter his like combo breaker.
And then, of course, we have the spectacular super attacks that are. Well, I mean, they really pay off. It's sort of like what fatalities are in Mortal Kombat universe. Sort of what went into designing that?
We just wanted to make sure that was the biggest thing a character can do, and we wanted to make sure it was a big payoff. And you can choose to use your super meter for that, or to go into a clash, or for other things in the game. So you're gonna have to balance out where you want to spend your super meter. If you want to do it save it for a big super move and pay off in big damage, or do you want to use it throughout on different things?
So you're showing off 6 characters playable here at E3. Are you revealing any more, or how do you sort of plan to sort of give us information on the rest of the cast?
We're going to pretty much reveal them as we go, as we're designing them, and I think the overall goal is to have at least 20, but we're going to definitely shoot for higher than that.
Looked like the menu had room for more.
Yeah, we're aiming for more, and then we're still planning on, after the game is done, to keep working on it similar to how we did with Mortal Kombat and add characters after if players want them.
Do you sort of want to have a balance between villains and good guys, or sort of how do you see that, or is it just free?
No, we want to have some balance between villains and good guys, yeah. We want to try to have an even balance, but it might tip one way or the other, depending on which characters are most popular and which ones people want.
So it's not a set thing, really. You're free to do whatever you want to do in that sense.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that we have enough variety in the gameplay, so we don't have too many of one type of character. But besides that, we just want to give players like the characters they want, but then also have some more obscure characters like Solomon Grundy and some other characters in the DC universe that haven't been shown a lot in games.
All right, so it's just been announced, but I guess we all want to know when it's coming out anyway. So do you have a date set for the game?
Besides next year, no. Pretty much whenever we're done next year, that'll be it.
Thank you very much for your time.
Can't stop running!